there we are again. It's the end of the week and another VTuber Coffee Talk at the Streaming Mac Cafe. It's nice to have you here. We were, I think, almost running late on schedule, but it's fine. We are finally here, even though the stream got kinda delayed by 2 weeks, but we are finally doing it. And today I have a very lovely and cute guest on my stream. So who are you?
Sometimes I ask that question every time I wake up in bed, like, who am I? Like, philosophically. But, like, for today, I'm known as the VTuber Keiki Amai. Hello, chat.
Hello.
Hello, Nagi viewers. And hello, some of my viewers that have joined us.
So, how about a quick introduction besides your name? What exactly are you doing as a VTuber?
Well, currently, I'm just kind of existing. Like, I'm not, like, your traditional VTuber that kind of just wants to chase that fame and fortune. And I'm so distracted by all your Poyos and licking ghosts on the screen.
That's something you gotta get used to a bit. They usually calm down. They usually calm down.
It's alright. But yeah, like, I'm not like a traditional VTuber. And I know when I say that, it's like, oh, I'm not like one of those girls, right? But you got a morning jail thing too going on. Damn.
I guess.
This is gonna be a very distracting interview. But yeah, I just kind of do what I do. It's more of like a personal hangout space for me than anything, and I've just been doing that for like 4 years. Although, like, I have kind of been meaning to be more serious about it next year, which was kind of the whole reason why I'm like, I should probably get a new model, because, like, you know, I've kind of just been doing this for 4 years, and it's not like I'm hoping to get anything out of it. Like, truth be told, I used to be like, I've been a content creator for over a decade now. It's just that I've only been a VTuber for 4 years. And like, but the before time, I was doing something else. And I just kind of got burnt out on that, doing something else, even though like I was a lot more successful and well-known back then. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be a VTuber. And then it's like my retirement home pretty much. And the funny thing is that, like, initially when I became a VTuber, it's like, well, I don't want to like be a webcam streamer on my new channel, because I was like opening, or like considering, I guess not considering, but I decided, I don't know what the right word is. I discovered, sorry, I'm a bimbo. Yeah, yeah, as a bimbo, sometimes the words are hard to come to me. I discovered that I was transgender, or at least I'm pretty sure a lot of signs were there in the past. It's just kind of more like I committed to it. It's like, okay, this is probably what I want to be. So because I decided or discovered or whatever that I was transitioning, it's like I didn't want to present as like my male self on the camera. So I decided, well, I'm gonna go be a VTuber. And now, like 4 years later, I'm a hot bimbo. So it's like, it honestly feels like I'm nerfing myself by being a VTuber, because I'm a lot hotter in real life. But like, yeah, do you have something to add? I kind of got off on a tangent there.
That was a really big explanation, but really interesting and also rather relatable.
It's goals. It's like, well, it's never too late to transition if you're considering. It might take a few years, but I'm sure you can like look hot too. Not that like you need to look hot to like transition, but you know, some people do want to look hot.
Yeah, that's me. I'm also having my HRT anniversary, my 3rd anniversary in October.
Oh, so you've been on it for like about 3 years now then?
Yeah.
I know it's my interview, but how was that for you?
You mean in terms of progress, or how I was able to get it?
Oh, no. It's just, I guess, more of like your experience with it. Is like, maybe I'm being too personal, but like,
no,
for me,
okay.
Nothing really happened until like, or I guess like a year or so later. So I'm like, what's going on? And then maybe a year into it, I'm like, oh wow, I got these titty bumps now.
Yeah, that was a really nice achievement. It started around 3 or 4 months in, I think. That's when I experienced my first large chest pains.
Oh, those never go away. I've been like on it for 5 years now, and I still randomly get them,
Yeah, same.
which is nice. It's like, wow, it's a reminder. Wow, something's working.
But you gotta be
But
careful whenever you hug people. It can be quite hurtful.
yeah, on a bad day. Well, maybe it's just telling me how much of a recluse I am, but it has been a while since I've hugged someone. Sad. I lack physical contact in my life. All
So,
my friendships are online. So kind of sad, but that's why I'm a VTuber. Just
so,
to make friends, I guess.
so, speaking about online people, we have quite a lot of people in the chat. I would say let's quickly say hi to them. Over there, I see Enzert. Is that how you spell it? Is that someone from Enzerti?
Yes, Enzerti and what's her name? Ice Empress 007. They're from my chat.
There's also someone named. Who's this Keiki? Name sounds really familiar. Can't.
No, that's me. I'm Keiki.
Don't be surprised. That's a running joke I do.
Oh, okay.
Because whenever I interview someone, they also write something in the chat, and I'm like, okay, who's that person? That name sounds kind of familiar.
Who's this Keiki person? I've never heard of them in my life.
Over there, we also have Inisra. Be careful, she's one of my mods. Ari Boy is there again. Nice to see you, as well as Toby. Hi there. Thank you, Foxy, for tuning in. There's also my lovely wife, Firewolfie. Thanks for the raid, cutie. Hope you had a fun stream. Also, hey there, Mario. Nix. Don't want to forget anyone. And Frostbite, hello there. Nice to see you, as well as Thea Day. It's good to see you again, as well as Tikash. Ice Empress, hey there. Look forward to the coffee talk. Yeah, and we're gonna start with the questions in just a couple of minutes. Shibru's also there. Hello there. I also see Woodsimmer. Good evening. Sorry, I hope you have a 1 more minute.
No, that's alright. It's your stream.
Well,
You should shout out every single person and appreciate them for being here.
A good mate has to introduce everyone. There's also Sadako. Hello there. Nice to see you here for the first time. Oh my god. Eric tuned in and he turned me into cat mode. Cat mode is when I have to... I'm only allowed to make cat noise for a minute, but I'm gonna do that after I introduced everyone. But I think I said hi to everyone. Scrolling. Oh, and Boopy Bear. Hey there. And Dr. Pikachu. That's everyone. Meow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sure that came quite out of nowhere for you.
No. Yeah, you have cat-to-cat communication. I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have brought some catnip with me.
They like to alternate my behavior. So, I think we are ready to start. So, Keiki, are you ready for the 10 questions of the VTuber Coffee Talk?
Yeah, of course. I was just using that time to like do a post on Shitter that I'm live with you right now.
Thank you so much. And so, the first question...
Yeah, we can start whenever.
We will. So, the first question is a true classic. Why, how, and when did you become a VTuber? Why, how, and when did you become a VTuber?
Right. I kind of covered it a little bit earlier, but I'll just like reiterate. So,
just a
should
quick
I start
recap.
with why? Right. Why is like I was just tired of my old channel, and I wanted to like stop being on the old channel and just do something else. And then that was around the time when like VTubering was like starting to become a thing, and then also because like I was transitioning, in the past I wasn't a webcam streamer at all, but then I just kind of wanted to like present myself, but it didn't make sense to present myself as like my physical form because I was transitioning back then. So I decided to be a VTuber so that I guess it was just kind of like my goal to look like my VTuber model. And 5 years later, I'm like hotter than my VTuber model. So like, honestly, goals have been met. Ow. I'm not really sure the how. Like, how did I become a VTuber? Well, if I'm interpreting the question correctly, the process involves like hiring an artist and like a rigger. So then the artist draws the model, and then the rigger like rigs it. Or am I misinterpreting this part of the question?
I think why and how are kinda the same in that regard.
Okay, I'm taking it too literally. I have a habit of doing that. Sorry.
It's okay, no problem.
And then when is like over 4 years ago at this point. Like June was my like 4-year anniversary, so to speak.
Ah. Okay, so you
And I'm just hoping to so then I'm hoping by the 5th anniversary I can just kind of like do my rebrandy thingy.
So I guess that makes you my senpai.
Yeah, I've been in the game for a long time, even though like just for the past 4 years I've just been a nobody that nobody knew about. And honestly, I was fine with that because I wasn't really chasing fame or fortune. It was just kind of like my retirement home to just kind of hang out and just like stream and not have any pressure about anything. But after doing that for 4 years, it's like, because back then I was burnt out, but now it's like my life is a lot better position. So I figured, well, maybe I should just start like trying to like achieve something again and not just like bed rot all day.
That is actually somewhat relatable. That's something I strive for at the moment. It's gonna take a while more.
Good. It's good to like be motivated, and I'm the type of person that always says do as I say, not as I do, because I can give you great advice, but I just never follow it myself.
That's something which I also do. Some people say, oh Nagi, you always give me such good advice, and I'm like, thanks, I never listen to it myself.
Maybe it's just because like I'm over 30, like I'm a self-proclaimed hagtuber. So I've got like 10 years of experience over all of you. You better listen to me, and so you don't end up like me.
You are never older than me.
Oh, you're older.
How old do you think I am?
Oh, am I allowed to guess?
You are.
Okay, if you're older than me, then I'm gonna say like 37.
Very close. 38.
Alright, then there's like a 4-year difference. The over 30 hang crumbles the dust. That's what like the young people are saying. It's like, well, if you're over 30, you're considered a hang. And it's like, no, it's not true. But we just kind of joke about it, and I've just kind of made it like a stream tag as a joke on my channel.
People say I look 10 years old, younger compared to my actual age.
That's the power of like HRT and estrogen. I still look like I'm 20-ish.
Heck yeah. So yeah.
Do I have anything else to elaborate?
If not, we could move on to the second question. After I say thank you to Nightflash for your follow, welcome to the Streaming Maid Cafe. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Alright. So, do you still remember how your first videos and streams went? Did you have a concrete plan for the future, or did you just go with the flow?
Well, if we're talking about like my very first stream, like my debut stream, so to speak, that was fine. But I think I just kind of regretted that, like looking at it back now, or looking at it now compared to like back then. I definitely regret having like 4 hours of lore.
So you started out really big.
It's like another question later, so I'll just elaborate it when we get to there.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted my character to not just be a character. I wanted her to tell a story. But I'll elaborate that like on my lore in the next question. So in terms of like how my streaming stuff went, I don't think I had the same kind of struggles that most like beginning VTubers had, because at that point in time I had already been like in the game for like 6-7 years, and
There's that damn number again.
I know, I just gotta make the joke, just get it out of our system. But it's true. It like on my old channel, I had already like I've done kind of everything that like a content creator could do. I was also I'm a partner. I'm a Twitch partner on that channel, and I still have that channel. I just never use it anymore. I might switch back to it next year, but like my current channel again is just kind of like my retirement home. And as such, I just kind of purposely decided not to have like a subscription button, because I didn't want my viewers to have ads. Although, like, I mean, the money would have been nice, but I kind of figured that, like, getting, what, $10 or $15 a month versus, like, my viewers not having ads just wasn't really worth the trade-off back then.
I would say that's pretty noble.
Yeah, or foolish, depending on who you ask. And then, back then, I actually had a bit more of a femme voice. Like, I tried a lot harder. Maybe I can just, like, show it off.
You could try.
So, I was, like, speaking more like this back then, because I was, like, super self-conscious about, like, people thinking that I wasn't a girl and that kind of stuff. So, I really kind of faked it. And then I kind of learned that, like, well, VTubers have, like, this like fake cutesy voice thing going on, and then as I kept doing it, it was more so that like I hate doing that. It was cringe. I couldn't keep it up, so I kind of just settled for this like midway voice where it's like it does have like a feminine tone to it, but I'm not like purposely doing it and like exerting myself and like making it purposely sound like that. But back then I was more self-conscious about that kind of thing. So that's definitely something that changed from the beginning to now.
So, do you feel comfortable with how things changed?
Well, the entire reason I just kind of stopped faking the voice is because like I was just more comfortable with who I was. Because when I was starting transitioning, it was like, well, I need to convince other people that I'm like a girl now. Because that was my biggest concern, is that people who watched the old me on my old channel, who still like kind of like went to my new channel, they were, I guess they wouldn't like be used to that, because they knew me for like the old me, and then I'm like this new person now. And it's a bit of a, I guess you could say like a sad story, but I had like a old viewer of mine, like from my old channel, and then they came to my new channel, and they were like, They would visit my stream every now and then for like the past 4 years. But then I guess recently we kind of had a falling out, and they decided that they don't want to be there anymore. And they told me that like the entire reason they were there is because they cared about the old me, but then they didn't really like what I was doing now.
Oh, I experienced the exact same thing.
Like, it's a bit hurtful, but also I guess it was just kind of a wake-up call for me as well. And because of that fallout, I guess that's kind of how I decided to just, well, I'm just gonna go do this, like, I'm just gonna commit to this, like, horny VTuber stuff, because I'm tired of pretending like I'm not horny. That's it. It's like, well, I can pretend all I want that I'm like this say-so VTuber, but you would not know the crazy stuff I do when I'm like not online. So then I figured, it's like, well, if no one was watching me for my fake say-so self, I'm just gonna be my authentic horny self, and then we'll see where that goes. And then the intention was that I'm just gonna horny post on Shitter. And then I was just trying to leave like breadcrumbs and lore about the fact that like I would have a new model next year. And then it kind of just blew up. And that's where I am now. It's like, well, people actually want to follow me and then like listen or read my horny posts. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is my life now. I don't have to hide it anymore. First movie of the Hypnosis cinematic streamiverse. Hey, Sayo. How you doing?
That's a name I recognize. Hey there, how are you doing? I must say, everything you've talked about is very, very relatable to me. Especially doing that fake say-so persona. It didn't work out for me.
I think that's just like genuine good advice for anyone who does want to be a VTuber. Like, you can fake being a person as much as you want, but like you're not gonna get as much results as just being your authentic self.
Also, I think it makes you feel rather uncomfortable in the long run.
Right.
That's how it went for me.
And there, like, if you do it like what I did, where I faked being say-so for like 4 years, and then like turns out, hey, hi, long time people, turns out I'm actually horny. You're gonna, there's gonna be some fallout, but I think it's just more important to be happy with what you're doing, and part of that is just like not lying to yourself.
Oh, we just did a whole stream about that topic, about lying to yourself, keeping secrets, not being true about your interests. It's never good.
I think like just to address like what Sayo was saying is that it feels like you can get yourself wrong. Maybe it's more so that like you have this societal expectation of how you should be, like how we learn, we grow up, and like you should be like this. But if you do this thing and then like you're just lying to yourself, then you're not really gonna be happy because you're just trying to please other people, which apparently you and I have like a very bad habit of just always putting other people before ourselves, and we need to be better on that. Because I'll never follow my own advice, but I'll give it to you and you give it to me, and then we'll try to work something out.
We quickly talked about this before stream. We are rather similar in that regard. I think we are similar in quite a lot of ways.
You draw a Venn diagram and like it turns out that like, wow, we're probably just like in the center.
Exactly this. So, shall we move over to the next question?
Sure.
I think you probably have a lot to say about that one. So, what's the backstory of your character, design, name, and why did you become a magical girl?
Well, yes, I do have a lot to yap about.
Okay.
I always love talking about my lore.
Give us the short version.
I know, it's not. I won't give you the 4-hour version of like what I did in my debut, which honestly I still regret to this day. But yeah, I'll give you the short version of my lore. So let's I'll just answer the last question first. Like, why did I decide to be a magical girl? Like, at the time, it made the most sense to me because, like, well, I'm transitioning. So I just kind of liked the magical girl genre of anime for one reason or another. Wink, wink. And,
meow.
Yeah. So it's like, we'll roll with the concept. The entire lore and the concept of my character kind of originated from an idea for a game I had a long time ago. Like, I wanted to like design a card game, video game type of thing, and then I needed like some kind of medium to put the cards on. So then I decided, well, what if I make like a cooking card game, and then you can kind of combine your cards ingredients to make like these dishes, and then you feed them to your opponent. And then like the goal of the game was just to like essentially satisfy your opponent's taste before they would satisfy you. Yeah, so then I wanted to make that game a long time ago, back when I was like in university, but I got hit by the depresso espresso. So then I just kind of lost the motivation to do that. So then a lot of time passed, and then by the time like the VTubing thing happened, and then I decided I wanted to like just stop doing my existing channel. I figured, well, I need a VTubing concept. So I already had this concept a long time ago, except back then it wasn't a magical girl. It was just like a regular girl who had like some famous chef parents, and then her goal was to like make the perfect cake to essentially please her parents and then inherit her family bakery type of thing. So then that was like the base idea for Keiki. Back then I called her Castella, named after like the Castella cake. And my hair color is just meant to be like a Castella gradient thingy. Like if I take off my headband, which I can do by pressing a button here, once I find it, then you can see that
There it is.
my top hair is like brownish. So again, it's like meant to mirror like how a Castella cake looks, if you've ever seen one of those.
I'm afraid I didn't.
But it's essentially just like a sponge cake, and like it's like yellow. It's like a yellow sponge cake, and then on the top it's like brownish because it got like the Maillard reaction going on the top. But you can like Google Castella cake later to find out what it looks like. But yeah, my hair is just based on that cake. And then the entire concept was that I needed to design a story that was kind of compelling, and I also wanted it to be like a transgender narrative. So in Keiki's story, she essentially is born to like these famous pastry chefs. And then as a kid, she has to just learn how to like do this cooking style that's like very methodical and like not very expressive at all. Because baking was like baking is more of a science than an art in a sense, because everything has to be precise and exact, otherwise like stuff messes up. So then Keiki hated that until she met like a transfer student who I called Rin. Rin was like, essentially we became friends. But like Keiki, like, am I talking to myself, or am I myself and talking to myself in third person? Well, whatever. I'm just gonna talk about Keiki in third person. I know I'm Keiki, but like I'm talking about it from the designer standpoint. So
But you are the
Keiki
designer.
I am I know, but like sometimes I call myself me, and sometimes I call myself Keiki, and like I don't know why I talk about myself in third person. It just happens.
It's fine.
Sorry.
We get what you want to say.
Right. So they became friends, and then like essentially Rin was interested in baking, but Keiki hated baking because her parents forced it upon her. So then like, I guess in a sense, Rin kind of taught her the joy of being like cooking, from just like, because she was genuinely, she genuinely had fun doing it, even though she wasn't good at it. Meanwhile, Keiki had to like just be this perfect, disciple of her parents, and then just kind of like, because she has to inherit the family business. And I'm not sure if it's that obvious, but this was meant to be kind of like a transgender allegory about how like, well, one person could enjoy being this thing, and then the other person doesn't want to be this thing because it was forced upon them. Kind of like, it's you kind of need to have like some media literacy to kind of piece it together. But long story short, because of her interaction with Rin, Keiki learns to love to cook, just not the way that her parents imposed it on her. So then like there's some kind of rebellious phase, and then Keiki kind of just goes on her own cooking path. Fast forward to like near the end of high school for Keiki, and then her parents are like gone away because like they're famous chefs, and they do world tours of like cooking and stuff. She takes over the store for like the family business while they're gone. And then one day she meets this like cat. My cat, Rampu, who's like the magical girl mascot type of thing. And then as a result, she becomes a magical girl because she needs to defeat this evil organization, which I named the Noodle Society. I know it's not that an imposing name, but that's the point. Like, an evil organization isn't gonna call themselves the evil organization. That's stupid. You need, like, the organization has to be, like, secret. So, like, they call themselves the Noodle Society, which is just kind of like, they parade as, like, this, like, a review type of, like, consider them, like, the Michelin star or something of, like, this universe.
So call it the secret evil organization. Solved.
Right, like... On the surface, it's like, well, we're just like this food review type of service thing. But then, in secret, what the Noodle Society wants to do is that they want to control the entirety of like food production in the world. So Keiki's goal is to defeat the Noodle Society so that, you know, food can become like a free, like, food should be a free form of expression. But if the Noodle Society controls like how everyone gets food, then, you know, they would just, like, the world would just be in a dystopia of you don't get to make what you want to make anymore, and you just have to eat what you're given type of thing. But how does this tie all to magical girls? I know. So in this universe, there's these things called sacred ingredients. They're essentially magical ingredients that you use for cooking. For some reason they're magic. I'm not gonna like elaborate on it because I'll talk your ear off. But these magical ingredients, they have the power to just kind of corrupt people. Or like, right. So it's kind of like a corrupting force. So the Noodle Society, why they want them is like, they can kind of use it as like some kind of like mass mind control hypnosis type of thing to like just like force people to bend to their will. But Keiki's magical power allows her to purify these sacred ingredients. So her goal is essentially to acquire sacred ingredient, feed the purified version of the sacred ingredient to like this villainous person, and then it will turn, like, essentially cleanse their heart of evil, and then they become a good person.
It's interesting how there's also family drama in your lore.
Right, because again, I kind of wanted to mirror things about transgender allegory. So, a lot of cases, the parents are not supportive of, like, a kid or their kid, like, you know, transitioning. So in the same vein, it's like, well, I wanted to write a story where my parents, or like Keiki's parents, were antagonistic. Which, very late down the road, Keiki learns that the Noodle Society is run by her parents. Yeah, so, like, yeah, that's kind of twist here.
Bum, bum, bum.
Right. I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm spoiling lore. It's not like I'm, like, writing a novel thing that's getting published every week and, like, people are actually interested in finding out the secrets of, like, my universe.
One of my friends actually wanted to write my lore as a small novel. We still gotta work on that.
Maybe I should just, like, turn my lore into a series of hypnosis files and then people will listen to it.
That would be quite interesting.
Right, but I think I've yapped enough about this. But one more thing I just want to mention is that my outfit is like based on strawberries because the first sacred ingredient that Keiki acquired, it was called the sacred strawberry. And then how like Keiki's powers works is that there's like 5 different taste buds, so to speak. So they're like sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami. Those correspond to human emotions. So for example, the sweet taste is corresponding to like the happiness emotion. And so like Keiki essentially gets power from like making people happy because she uses her sweet strawberry outfit, so to speak. Because like when she absorbs a sacred ingredient, she can essentially like incorporate it into her magical girl outfit type of thing.
That's a lot to take in.
I know! This is why like my original like debut was like 4 hours! It's like I wanted to design a character and just make everything cohesive and like there's this entire like everything is fleshed out. The magic system, like the like how the world works, the motivation of like the characters and like the antagonists, all that kind of stuff. So that later on, 5 years down the line, I could have like a brainwashing arc where Keiki gets brainwashed and becomes evil. It was all set up for this. I just didn't know when I wanted to do my shift. It was just kind of like a backdoor that I could just go, well, now's about time I'm gonna be evil.
At least I can still hear you even if I can't see you. I've been sent into censored mode. I am blind.
Censored mode?
Censored mode. You know what? Let's just crank it up a bit. Yeah, that feels comfortable.
What would those hypnosis file purpose be? Making people be Keiki? No, it would be more of like they could hear what it's like to be me, and maybe I don't know how to put it. It's like a third person perspective of like getting brainwashed or something. I don't know. Like I haven't really thought too far ahead.
Please help me.
Should I fill air while you're dealing with that?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Censored mode is done. And I really enjoyed listening to your VTuber lore because it's been quite the opposite for me of how I designed it. I had no lore at the beginning. I just had my first model, which I did myself, and I was like, okay, guess I start streaming this way. And over the couple of years, I slowly built up my actual VTuber lore, and I think it's around 90% complete right now, and I think I'll finally have it done once my new model is done.
Oh, that's cool. I did see some previews of like what you showed me. It's very, very nice.
Well, it's gonna be interesting to tell the story of how this once cute, small and innocent cat maid turned into this and later that.
Well, I look forward to reading it or however you're gonna present it. I do like these like turning evil stories, which is another thing we'll probably talk about in a future topic soon, though.
It's not gonna be necessarily about becoming evil, but kind of a split or shared personality, I would say. And it also involves trying too hard to be a people pleaser. Because that's what I tried doing with my parents in my lore. Even though I didn't get along with them very well, I still wanted to help them at their worst hour, and so they can make more money, I decided to sell myself as a slave.
Right.
But I don't want to get
Damn,
super into
us
detail.
trans people just kind of, we just have like mommy issues, I guess, and then it just kind of like just. It's like, if you have supportive parents as a trans person, you're very blessed. It's just kind of the takeaway I'm getting from this.
The pipeline can be quite interesting. Tikosh also
It
says
is.
from innocent to super kinky.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I've been doing English trans videos for about 1 year. Then I disappeared from the English side for a full year, only did German stuff. My English bubble didn't know where I went. And suddenly I came back and I'm like, yeah, I'm now a kinky latex VTuber maid. Here are some spicy pictures, interesting stories. What are you gonna make of it? And everybody was like, girl, what happened during that 12 months?
A lot can happen in a year.
For sure.
Should we move on? Because otherwise I'm gonna keep talking about my lore for the next 5 hours.
If you don't, I will start talking about mine and then we get nowhere.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a few people in the chat who wouldn't mind, but we both have like our day to go by. Like, you gotta sleep soon, I'm assuming, and I gotta go to work after this.
I think I should first finish my lore before talking about it.
Okay.
Celestine says I do have parental issues. Okay, chat, raise your hands if you have parental issues.
It might be easier to ask like who doesn't have parental issues because like if most of us three do, then like it's easier to just count the ones that don't.
So,
Define issues.
I guess if you would yourself call it an issue. Also, I think before I forget, thanks for the Prime sub in the 15th month. That's so nice of you. But yeah, if you want, we can move on to the 4th question.
Sure, of course.
So, as far as I can tell, and from what you've told us so far, hypnosis wasn't always a part of your character. How did it become a part of you, though?
Well, hypnosis is like my main kink. I just never made it public until very recently. I mentioned earlier that my intention was to just like do like a few silly posts on Shitter about like I was leaving breadcrumbs for like lore about like an arc where Keiki gets captured by the evil organization and she gets brainwashed, and then that's why she has like a new outfit. But the whole concept of that was intended to be that Keiki's not actually evil, because like the brainwashing never finished. It's just that like it progressed to a point where it altered her magical abilities and her appearance, so like she kind of has like this evil, corrupted look. So then my original idea was to just like, well, I have an evil, corrupted outfit, but I'm not actually evil. I just kind of look the part, so it's kind of like it's like a disguise type of thing. So you pretend to be loyal to the organization, even though like you're still like you're still a good person. Then it just kind of turned out that like people enjoyed me horny posting about hypnosis and stuff, and there's like a very dedicated community of like hypno kink people on like these platforms, and I guess they're just like starved for hypnosis content. Like I guess they just don't have enough of it. So I accidentally just became well known. Right now I've got about 4,000 followers on that website. It was not my intention to actually be out there.
It just sort of happened.
Yeah, it just happened. I never wanted to be famous. I was perfectly fine just being like, still being in my corner, hanging out with my regulars in my stream and all that, and then just like never engaging in social media at all. But then it just accidentally happened, and then now I'm just known as like a hypnosis VTuber, even though I haven't actually done anything yet. So then because of that shift, now I'm just kind of committed to the whole thing, and so it's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna design an outfit that kind of also like has that corrupted motif going on, but also it's just kind of like it'll have some hypnosis stuff going on as well, because that's what the people want. And it also means that I just don't have to hide the fact I'm like a horny, hypnotized slut anymore. It's like, well, all right, this is now my personality, so let's roll with it. You know what? Yeah, I'll have a lot more fun streaming that way anyway. The people, like most of my old followers would still follow me, just probably not like watch my horny streams, but yeah, and then I'll get like a new audience of people who do like have never heard of me, and then they learn, wow, this person's into my kink. That's so awesome. So then, there's like this whole, it's about representation. It's like the same thing about being transgender as well, is that there's not enough trans representation. So then like if you're an openly transgender VTuber, for example, like you are, I think it's really good, because it allows for other people who are not comfortable being open about that, because they're subject to like that kind of like harassment and discrimination based on our current political climate. So it's important to just have that kind of representation. So I guess part of me is like happy that I can be that representation for people who are into hypnosis. Because like the main reason you don't kind of share that type of thing is because of the perceived notion of what hypnosis is, or like the fictional hypnosis in media is always portrayed as like this you're forcing someone to do this thing that they don't want to do, you know, for plot convenience type of thing.
Like so many cartoons and animes did previously. I've seen a lot of those in my childhood, and for some reason those episodes always stuck in my head the most.
Right. That's how a lot of people who develop a hypnosis kink, that's kind of like their origin story from my experience, is that they just watched like some cartoons as a kid. There was this one random hypnosis episode, and then it just kind of like it planted the seed in their brain so that later on when they like, you know, went through puberty and grew up and all that, and then they just kind of remember, wow, that one random cartoon scene was actually kind of really hot. And then that's just kind of what happened to me, really. Like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like a card game, if you've heard of it. It was like a children's show as well, like an anime back then. And that card game and show had a lot of mind control going on. So definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Was part of the reason why I'm into this stuff.
I remember watching stuff like Chip and Dale, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, and suddenly there's hypnosis and stuff like that. Oh, and there was always the obligatory body swap episode or gender swap episode. It was always a thing.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, this person, Princess Cutie Maru in the chat, like, they bring it up, like, cross-dressing in cartoons was very common back then. And then, like, this was all before, like, the whole woke mind virus happened. And then it's like, well, back then, you just did it as a joke and nobody, like, made a big deal out of it. Now you do that and it's like, people are getting canceled and all this, like, drama is happening. It's like, oh my god, bring me back to the 90s. I hate modern society.
I just remember playing the first Mario and Luigi game, and I thought it was so funny when Luigi cross-dressed as Peach.
Oh, you mean like the Game Boy Advance one, right?
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance one.
I played that a long time ago. That series is really fun.
Also, hi Maru, nice to see you. She's one of my besties.
Oh, that's nice. Are you asking me, or are you asking Nagi that question?
That rings a bell, but I can't put my finger on it.
That's about my answer as well. It's like a familiar name, but right now I'm drawing a blank.
She depicts a world where hypnosis is very commonplace. Maybe you gotta tell us more about it after the stream. Oh, your eyes kinda changed.
Oh yeah, I just kinda wanted to show off that, like, well, I have this, like, toggle now that just kinda makes me have, like, these empty eyes look, which, some people kinda like. I mean, I don't blame them. I'm like, if they follow me for hypnosis, they know what this means. I just wanted to show it off. Did I even answer the question?
I think so.
Why did it become a part of you? Right. No, but why did it become a part of Keiki though? Like, I just kind of explained why I like it. But the whole reason is because, like, I needed like a story, like a form of storytelling medium about why Keiki gets like this new corrupted outfit, and it'll probably, I'll elaborate it on like the future question about the kink part, but. Long story short, hypnosis is just kind of like the general term for like mind control, even though like there's a distinction for these terms, which I'll elaborate later on for that question. So hypnosis is like the form of like doing mind control to people that people are most familiar with. And I figured that, well, if my new corrupted model wants to like portray as this like evil magical girl, that instead of now like purifying parts, that she's like trying to like brainwash people, then it just makes sense for her to be like a hypnotist. That's kind of just the basic gist of it.
And everybody adds to it, at least VTubing is a fun way to enjoy with everyone, and it's a great way to express your interests. I think we both are doing the same thing with our upcoming models.
Absolutely. We started off just kind of like doing this, not really knowing what we wanted to get out of this. And then I guess several years later, we're just kind of like committing to like what we actually want to get out of this type of thing.
I really want to do this split personality thing. Like, I be the cozy mate during the day, doing my usually Twitch streams, being mostly comfy, cozy, a little bit lewd occasionally, but when the maid cafe closes, it's gonna be a bit more spicy over here.
That's neat. So like, would you have like different stream days designated for that? Or is it just kind of like you just alternate your personalities type of thing?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not so sure at the moment.
Whatever works best for you, right? For me, I kind of decided that I kind of just wanted to make it like a bit of a game where like I could like essentially I have like this alternate personality that the evil organization tried to like implant inside of me. So, like they brainwashed me to the extent where like I have to fight with myself all the time, and then I had like this evil, we just call it like a succubus personality that just tries to tempt me to like be horny and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. And like, oh, but what if you did this thing and it feel real good, wouldn't it? You know?
Well, the thing with my upcoming redesign is she has to feed her lust every now and then, otherwise she basically disappears.
Interesting. Why was I never invited to the spicy after show party? I don't have an answer for that, you friend.
Because they don't exist yet.
Were you considering like streaming on like Fansly or something?
Oh, definitely. Ouch. Definitely.
I wish you luck on that.
Thanks. The thing is, me and my wife, we kind of want to do the same thing, so we want to do new model debut at the same time and intervene our laws.
Very neat. Always fun to like do it with someone else, especially like being a partner who's also into this kind of thing. Must be really nice.
It is.
Like from my like experience, well, not my own personal experience, but just from what I've noticed, a lot of times people date other people, but their kinks don't align.
Oh, ours do. They do a lot. Not fully.
Yeah,
but,
I'm jealous.
But that's why open relationships are kind of awesome.
I'm happy for you. Should we move on?
You are?
Unless maybe. I still don't know if I answered the question or not about like.
I think you did.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, we are gonna calm down a little bit. What are your favorite games to play on stream, and do they differ from the games you play privately?
That's a very fun one. So right now, I don't have that much time to stream. Like that'll change once I move and like start my new job. But right now, I've just kind of been playing a few things. My main games are Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Also old school RuneScape. I've just kind of been playing that game forever. So that's just kind of like a regular thing that I do. It's just a good like background game where I just can kind of like not pay attention and then just yap to my cat. Sometimes I play like some gacha slop, mainly Uma Musume and Goddess of Victory Nikkei. And Mahjong. I like Mahjong. I play Mahjong Soul, which is also kind of gacha slot, but it's not like you need to participate in gacha for that game. It's just you do it for like costumes and cosmetics and stuff. Mahjong is like this Chinese style game. You might have heard of it.
I know about it, though I've never played it myself.
Most people think Mahjong is like this tile matching game that you play on your phone, but the real version of Mahjong involves like playing with three or like two, like a 3-player or a 4-player table, and then you take turns like drawing a tile and discarding a tile in order to assemble a hand involving 14 tiles.
Is it?
It's very fun. Yeah,
Is it actually difficult to learn? It always looks rather complicated.
but that's the thing. Like, it's very hard to learn, and it's even harder to master. But it's really fun if you actually like kind of learn how to do it. Like, there's a lot of decision making and mind games. It's a great game for someone who just likes to think a lot, but it's a horrible game for people who are unlucky. Which is, I mean, I still don't know why I play it, because I'm like one of the most unlucky people ever. So, Mahjong is the type of game where you can do everything correctly and you still lose. It's insane because like you're just not lucky enough to win.
Sounds like the average run of Mario Party.
I guess you could say it's like Mario Party with skill. That's probably the best way to describe it, actually.
Mara
In
says
terms
I
of-
had a PC game of it, and after losing lights 1,000,000 times to CPUs, I finally learned the rules. Oh my. I wanted to teach my wife the rules of the Pokemon training card game, and she just said, no, no, no.
Really? Pokemon's like not that hard of a card game though, compared to like say Yu-Gi-Oh. But
Yeah,
like,
I said the same, but she's really not in the mood to learn any card game.
oh, she's just not into card games, or she's just not in the mood to learn.
I don't think she's into card games.
Are you into card games though?
I like the Pokemon TCG, but that's about it.
Like, there's a lot of interesting ones. Like, I would never recommend Yu-Gi-Oh to anyone because it's too complicated. But there's no other game like Yu-Gi-Oh out there. It's kind of, I call it the fighting game of card games, where every other card game is a card game. Yu-Gi-Oh is just a fighting game. So then, like, you just, whoever goes first does like this combo, and if you can't stop their combo, they just automatically win.
Oh no, I suck at fighting games.
It's more of an analogy than like a literal type of thing, though.
I know.
'Cause, like, in other card games, you get to actually like do a back and forth, take turns and type of thing. But Yu-Gi-Oh has just reached the point where like you get one turn. If you go first, your opponent goes full combo. If you have no way to stop them with your like you have cards. We call them hand traps. You can kind of like sometimes you can have a card in your hand and it like stops their action essentially. So you hope you draw some hand traps if you're going second. Otherwise, you just kind of like sit there and lose.
And suddenly you just get assassinated.
Yeah, it's a game for a specific type of person, and I am that specific type of person. But I never recommend it to like a person who just asking, I want to try a new card game. What should I try? I would never recommend Yu-Gi-Oh.
And
There's also the part, yeah.
No, I just want to say I am probably never gonna play it.
Honestly, for the best. And for the other part of the question, you're asking, how does it differ from the games I play privately? Well, I always like to have a game where I don't stream it, and it's just like my own game. In the past, that used to be old school RuneScape, but then I decided to just kind of start streaming that, so I needed to find a new game where I just is my own thing. Right now, for me, that's like Slay the Spire 2. I just kind of play that if I'm trying to like decompress after work or something. Like, I personally think it's really important to just have a thing that you can do that you never stream, because you don't want every aspect of your life to just be about like revolving around that. Like, you need something just for you where you just are not thinking, well, how can I make content out of this? It's not healthy to just always be content brained.
It usually makes you lose a lot of joy in that.
Right. So that's my like suggestion to anyone if they are like a streamer or want to be a streamer, is that you should just have something that you don't stream to people and you enjoy for yourself. And the other thing is that like I also play horny games. So like obviously I'm not
Got
streaming
any
those on Twitch.
recommendations?
Hey Kestrel, nice to see you.
A game where
Yeah,
you
I
can
enjoy-
just turn your brain off, so to speak. Oh, you got any
Mhm,
recommendations
I
for
have,
those?
I do have a lot of those. Well, I think I gave a few to you already, but one I really recommend to people that's not really like language gated is called Star Nightus Aura. It's just a really long form RPG Maker type of game where the premise is that. Oh yeah,
could you perhaps type it in the chat so we can?
Sure.
see it?
I'll enter it. Obviously, not safe for work. I'm just gonna put that warning there. So, the basic premise of the game is that I guess you could call Aura a magical girl of sorts. And then like she gets isekai'd into this world. And she has to essentially like stop the demon lord from like conquering the world or something. But the gimmick here is that it's like a brainwashing corruption type of game. So Aura essentially has like this succubus spirit that's like inhabiting her brain. And then at every opportunity, she tries to like corrupt her to like, participate in a life of debauchery. At the start, Aura is, she's like this typical character that's like, I need to save the world. We gotta go, we gotta be productive and stuff. But then as you progress the game, there's this system, like you earn what's called corruption points. And then you essentially, like, at the end of each day, you as the succubus character, you enter Aura's like a hit like the deepest part of her subconsciousness, and then you can kind of implant like things into her brain. So then it allows her to slowly change the type of person she is. And then like Aura herself is not aware of these changes happening to her. So it's kind of like this altered reality type thing as well, where the succubus implants these ideas, and then Aura will just kind of like perceive them as her own, like, this is just how I always was. So then it's very interesting to see that like you can just kind of like essentially bimbify this character who used to be like this like heroine of justice, and then yeah, that's just what it is. And the reason I really like this particular game is because there is like this arc. It happens very early on in the game. There's like this arc where it involves like maids. So then like you can like reach this kind of bad end scenario where Aura just gets brainwashed to become like a loyal maid of this villain.
Now we are talking.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm really into maids, so damn, it's a really good game.
Okay, I really gotta look into that. Oh, and Akainu, welcome to the chat. I think we are doing fine. How about you? Sorry.
I like the game's idea more than I care to admit. It's alright. Like, there's no shame in like being into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I thought there was shame before, but now, like, look at me. I'm just living my best life. I could yap all day about like horny hypnosis game suggestions, actually. But I'm not sure if like your audience like is into like hypnosis as much as mine is. So
I think they are rather open, and I think it would also be pretty awesome if my camera worked again. Nice. Yeah.
Once again, it's called Star Nightus Aura. You can actually find it on Steam. Like if you download it on Steam, you will have to get like one of those uncensor patches, because usually when you download a horny Steam game, they just have everything is censored. So if you like download it and just play it, there's no horny scene, because otherwise it wouldn't be approved for Steam. And then you download like the decensor patch after you download the game, and then you can kind of see all the horny scenes again. Ever heard of Reigns of Roldia? I don't know.
But I would say you can talk about those topics as long as you want on my stream. I think I know my audience pretty well.
Hey, if you want, you can invite me another time, and I could just yap my ear off about all the horny games. I could like give you a giant list.
Why do I think that would be really fun if both of our new models are done?
Oh yeah, that's definitely something we should do next year when we have our like improved models, so to speak.
I could send you a couple of new previews, but I would risk seeing them on chat because I'm filming Discord right now.
Right. Also, like I don't think would this even fly on Twitch? Like we're talking about the game. We're not showing the game. Like you think that would be Twitch TOS?
It should be okay. We had much more spicy streams in the past. I mean, we did the BDSM test live on stream and talked about a lot about these topics.
Wow. Maybe I'm just being too conservative about my stream. I always worried like I'm gonna get banned for like being too unhinged, but I guess not.
Either that or I'm way too lucky.
I've actually tried Odyssey of Gianna. It's like I tried it. It's interesting. I just don't think it's for me. Like there's a lot of fetishes in that game. So I definitely just checked out all like the fetishes I was interested in, but I feel like something is lacking, but I just don't know what. I guess I just for me, I always hate when a game has like, well, we're just gonna do like a fetish checklist, and then they never really focus on anything. They just kind of have like this one random scene where it's like, well, okay, we gotta input the hypnosis scene here because then we'll get the hypnosis people to like buy our game. I care more about games that just kind of like hyper focus on one thing, and then they do it really well. That's why like I give high praise to Star Nightus Aura, because it's not like a fetish checklist. It's like you're into this thing. You're into this like brainwashing corruption genre, and that's all you're gonna get here.
Okay.
And like I dig it so much. Like it's so good. I can't stop praising it. I think it's the best brainwashing corruption game that a Western developer has made. And the reason I emphasize Western developer is because there's a lot of good Japanese games out there that I've also played.
Mama says, well, now I need to play this. I'm gonna so too, but I see it's 25 euros at the moment. I think I'll wait for a sale.
That is like the downside. It is quite expensive, but honestly, you're getting your money's worth. Because like I said before, a lot of these like I guess I can call them shitty. A lot of these shitty RPG Maker games, they're not very long, and they just use the game as an excuse to actually just like, well, we just need a medium to show off our like our horny CGs. So then they just make a game, and then it's like, all right, this basic game is essentially just like you go through the game and you can see like the scenes.
But
This game is completely different. You can just play it as a game, and it's a pretty fun RPG too.
But I also kinda like those shitty RPG Maker games. They have a certain charm to them.
No, like I like them too. It's just that like I couldn't justify buying like 5 of these for like $10 each just to watch one hypnosis scene. It doesn't make sense. Like the value proposition isn't there for me. But if I'm gonna buy this like Star Nightus Aura and like it gives me like hours of entertainment because I'm into this thing, it's like, wow, that's my money's worth, and I want to support the developer that like made this.
Well, the game is definitely on my wish list right now.
Chat is like going wild about like they're really enthused about talking about this, huh?
Rose says, wait, she asked me something. Now let's play it together. Privately or on stream?
Definitely not on Twitch.
I never said Twitch.
just making sure.
I'm sometimes a clumsy maid, but I'm not dumb. Privately or on Fansly too, I don't mind. Sure, let's do that. Let's start our spicy arc together.
One more game I did want to recommend, but like it's gonna be a lot harder for an English audience. But it's a visual novel series called The Japanese name is called... what is it called again? I'm having a brain fart.
Loading. 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 Still loading. And it's gone. Huh?
Should I wait for cat time to finish?
There never was a cat time. I just
Oh,
went...
I thought I was hearing like random meows.
I just do it occasionally.
Okay.
I mean, I am
so,
a cat after all.
Of course. I won't fault you for that. I really should have just... I'll bring catnip next time.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, so my all-time favorite horny hentai visual novel series is called Koyoku Senki Extia. The English name translates to Lightwing Valkyrie Extia. And the entire premise of that series is that there's this magical girl type of thing. And she has to... It's a traditional magical girl fights evil. And then there's like bad end, you lose scenes type of thing. But this particular series does it so well that there's actually they made so many games. Like they've made like 5 mainline games for them, and then I think it's like 12 side like mini like games, and like it's all about, I guess not all about, but they all feature like this brainwashing corruption motif. Because like if you progress through the game enough and you keep losing, you'll unlock this like, it's not really like a hidden ending, but like that's kind of what the people want anyway who are playing this type of game. You unlock like the true bad route where the main heroine essentially gets completely brainwashed and corrupted in each one of these games, and it's immaculate because I just love it when the process is slow and it takes a while. Whenever it's like, oh, I'm gonna show you this phone, and now you're hypnotized. It's so boring to me. It's like, I want the character who's getting brainwashed to like resist and, you know, like go through like the mental gymnastics. And then like the falling process, when they finally succumb, that's the delicious part. I don't want them to just like snap. Instant loss is what like they call it. And it's like, all right, now you're horny. It's boring. Slow burn. That's what I want. And this series does it so well. The only downside is that it's like in Japanese, but they have been like posting on Steam recently, and I think they plan to release it in English in the future. So if you're interested, it's called Lightwing Valkyrie Extia. That's the name of the series. You can search it up on Steam.
Could you type it in chat again?
Yeah, I'll
thank you.
I will type that in chat.
But I fully agree on your little rant. That's something I also kept in mind while designing my VTuber lore, because that's also a part of my story.
I guess it's called Holy Valkyrie Extia on Steam.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called Holy Valkyrie Extia on Steam. But like the literal translation from Japanese to English becomes Lightwing Valkyrie. So something like this.
Would you think it's also rather boring if the process takes too long?
For someone who's like really into this, no. But I guess I get where you're coming from. It's like, there's a way to do it, and there's a way to not drag it out. I feel like if every iteration just kind of like has meaningful progression to like the corruption process, then I don't think it can ever be too long. That's why I really like Star Nightis Aura, because it is very long, and they do it very well. But I guess it can make sense that like maybe it's dragging on too long, and then you just want to get to the horny part. Like, I get it. That's why I never actually like play a lot of the games that are just like, there's this hypnosis scene in this game, you should check it out. So then I don't want to play the game, I just want to see the hypnosis scene.
Because in my
but
last
if the
case...
game Oh yeah.
Because in my lore's case, it would take a couple of years.
Couple of years.
Couple of years.
But you mean in real time?
Not in. What do you mean by real time?
It's like if I was like, like in the lore, it's fine. Like if you're writing a story type of thing, and you're saying, okay, this process takes years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not gonna sit my ass down and read a visual novel that'll take me 3 years to get to the end. Is what I'm saying. It's like
it's not like that. But I wanted to be the story in this way, so when my character regains her freedom again after so many years, I want the world around her to be completely changed.
Okay, so like you have a time skip element type of thing to your story.
I guess you could say time skip at some points.
Well, it is, at the end of the day, it is your lore, but my main point is that I didn't want how long it took for me to play the game to reach, like... I thought that's what you were asking, is like if it was taking too long to actually like play the game to get to the good part, then it's like, yeah, I get it, just skip to the horny hypnosis scene.
I would rather say, would you think it's unrealistic if that part takes many years?
The brainwashing part taking many years?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like real hypnosis, for example, like my own personal experience is that it's just something you keep doing until like you form a habit. Like when I started like just listening to audio files and stuff, it's like it didn't really do anything to me, like all that much. But then through repetitive listening, and then just like you're essentially conditioning your body to respond in a certain way. That's kind of like what it is. Like you're not gonna get instant change. That's like fictional. Real hypnosis is just like doing a thing, conditioning yourself, like keep doing the thing, and then like it's kind of like a self-feedback loop about like, well, every time I listen to this file, I feel good, so I want to feel good, so I'm gonna keep listening to it, type of thing. If that makes sense.
It makes, and I keep that in mind.
I think I've yapped enough. Like we should probably save the hentai game suggestions for another stream because I've got a giant list.
We just did half of our questions yet.
Oh my god, I'll try to speed it up then. Sorry.
It's okay, don't worry. Is it okay to read this name on chat? Also, Rinako, nice to see you. Welcome. I'm always happy to see you. So the next question. We often talk very open about our kinks in my Maid Cafe. That's kind of a thing over here. What makes topics like hypnosis, brainwashing, and corruption so appealing for you?
This is like another thing I could talk your ear off about. But I'll give you the gist of it here.
That's why I included the question.
I know. The reason for me is just because... How can I describe it to someone who... Like, I'm just trying to think of a way to describe this to, like, an audience who's, like, never been into this type of thing. I feel like a lot of kinks are physical. Hypnosis is specifically a mental kink. That might be, like, a good starting point. Like, for example, I don't know, how do I put it? Let's say you have a fetish for, I don't know, bunny girls. Like, I like the bunny girl outfit. They turn me on. Like, that's mostly a physical type of thing. You see the bunny girl, you go, awooga. You know? It's like, a lot of fetishes just have that physical attribution to it. So, hypnosis kind of subverts that. It's like, well, instead of you seeing this thing that turns you on, it's more about you think of this thing, or like you've been conditioned in this way so that you can just kind of turn yourself on just by thinking about it without actually requiring like that physical element to it. I don't actually know what I just said. This is a very fascinating question, but I guess I should also just like elaborate on the distinctions between all three of these terms. So, hypnosis is like is a form factor. It's like if you do hypnosis on someone, the goal is like you put them in this trance state, and then you can kind of like implant suggestions that way. It's not necessarily a sexual thing, but like as per humans just being horny, it just ended up like a lot of people find it to be like an erotic experience. Like regular non-horny hypnosis is just more so like putting your mind in like this meditative state, and then just I guess like someone else can like kind of like suggest things to you that you yourself might not have like the full confidence to do, but maybe because someone else is like encouraging you, like someone you trust is encouraging you to do this thing, then you kind of like have more of like an inclination to want to do it yourself. That's the basic gist of it. Brainwashing, on the other hand, is like more of a nefarious type of thing. Both in fiction and I guess like real brainwashing is just kind of like Fox News. But like
we don't have that over here in Germany.
right.
Thankfully.
But like there's like in terms of like erotic brainwashing type of thing, it's kind of like it's an enjoyable thing to like witness in like these hentai stories, because for a lot of people maybe it's just like this character who's like not, you like this character, for example, is like I like this anime character, but they're not like a horny bimbo. And then what if like you wrote this hentai doujin story about, well, what if I brainwashed her and she was a horny bimbo? And then it's like, all right, that turns people on. I get it. But like the aspect of brainwashing is just like you change someone else's mind, and you could argue that like it is a form of like non-consent, but it is like more in terms of like in the fictional space that like there's a lot of like fictional fetishes that obviously you wouldn't really do in real life, or it's impossible to do in real life. And, you know, it's just interesting to explore those type of things. So if you have like a Venn diagram of like what hypnosis and brainwashing is, it's like you could consider hypnosis to be a form of brainwashing in a sense if you let that happen. But hypnosis, like real hypnosis, you're not gonna do anything you yourself don't want to do, which is what people just have this misconception of, because their only experience of hypnosis is just this fantastical thing. Like the fiction is like, I'm gonna make this character do this thing they don't want to do for plot convenience. Not what happens in real life. So that's like people's main concerns about it. Brainwashing is like more of a broad term. Like hypnosis can be a form of brainwashing, but like brainwashing isn't necessarily a form of hypnosis. Like in fictional brainwashing, there's like stuff like, oh, I'm gonna put this like brainwashing helmet on you, and then it's gonna like show you these like spirals, and then like it's gonna play the audio, and then it's gonna make you feel real good. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Stuff.
Right, and then there's also like corruption. So sorry, I got a bit distracted there. Corruption is kind of like the final endpoint. It's like if you take this character who was like this initially, and then you put them through this like whole brainwashing scenario, the final result is like what we call the corrupted form. So then corruption is essentially like the slow burn of turning this character into this completely different personality. And again, the erotic aspect of that is just not only the resistance part, but then just seeing them slowly succumb to like the pleasure. Because a lot of the time, it really is just like you combine brainwashing with just sexual pleasure, and then it just becomes like a Pavlovian type of thing. So it's like, well, damn, I feel really good. Meanwhile, like the helmet is telling me I'm a good girl. I want to be a good girl. So then, like you have the physical and the mental association. And then if you do this enough, then you just kind of like end up with the corrupted personality who's like, you don't even recognize the original person anymore, but you just kind of recognize like, I guess, how they look like and now their current form, which is the most erotic part, is just seeing the before how they look and then the after result of how they look. And then the best kind of corruption outfits are the ones where you can still recognize certain parts of the old outfit, but then it's like, well, it's been like tainted by like darkness type of thing. It's so hot. That's like what I can really say about it. That's my appeal of it pretty much. It's about turning someone into this other person and through this process that's like very erotic and sexual, and then they just kind of abandon all their previous convictions and all that, and now they just embrace a life where it's just like, I just want to feel good. And maybe why I care about this so much is because in my real life, as we mentioned before, I'm such a people pleaser. I always put others before myself, and also like I'm like very smart, and I always overthink everything. So the aspect of like me enjoying corruption and vilification is just like, I don't want to be smart, and I don't want people to always rely on me for things. I just want to have fun and be horny. That's really what it comes down to. Just let me have fun. I don't want to think about complex stuff.
You know, I would clap right now, but I'm a bit tied up. So you gotta imagine that. Well put.
Oh, I see. Your model is quite
well put together, I must say.
Damn, I'm surprised. Like this is allowed on Twitch.
I'm actually not sure. You can definitely find the VOD over on YouTube later on.
Oh, so like you don't keep the VOD here, you just like upload it on YouTube.
I'm not sure. You're making me feel a bit uneasy.
Oh, sorry about that. It's very important to emphasize safety and consent for this type of kink. The ironic thing is people think that like erotic hypnosis is like very dangerous, but it's one of the kinks that prioritizes safety and consent the most. If you're doing it properly. There's always going to be like nefarious people that just kind of take advantage of this and just want to like slide into people's DMs in a spiral and go, hey, send me some nudes. Like they're not real. They're not into that type of thing. They're just using it as a way to get like free jerk off material. So like that's like the really bad aspect of that community. It's just that, yeah, there's always going to be bad people out there who do not have your best interest in mind. But if you do participate in real like hypnosis and with like someone who actually cares about you and cares about your limits and safeties, it can be a really fun and enjoyable time. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah, me and my wife actually want to dig more into this topic if we find the time to do so.
Oh yeah, like if you and your partner get into that type of thing, it's like it's probably like very nice. I've never had a personal experience like that myself. I kind of wish I had like a partner that was into that kind of thing, but you know, I still kind of enjoy it on my own. So it's just my thing. I've liked it for so long. I can't imagine a life without it at this point.
It's kind of funny how I suddenly stumbled across you. At the beginning of the year, I just kept adding stuff to my VTuber model, and I thought, what kind of toggles or emotions could I include? And suddenly I thought, why not make something hypnosis related? So yeah, that's also gonna be a thing with me in the future.
Well, that's nice.
It's not the main focus, but it's definitely gonna be a part of the new character design.
Looking forward to the finished product, which you'll probably get one before I do at this current rate. My artist is still like tied up for a while, so...
Oh, the model art is already done. The rigging is gonna take a while to start and finish.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is like, I'm still waiting for my artist mama to like be available, so... I was expecting it to be earlier, but I guess she's just tied up. Oh well. It's not like I'm in any rush.
gives you more time to prepare.
Yeah, and then just think about all the unhinged things I want it to look like.
Oh my. So yeah, there's gonna be a hinged debut and an unhinged debut.
Oh, for sure. This is my hinged form. I'll visit you next year on my unhinged form, most certainly.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, it'll just be two very unhinged maids having fun then.
As freaking does. Yeah, Dr. Pikachu, that's... I was a bit disappointed to get the news. I thought I could do the debut this year, but looks like it's gonna be next year.
Okay, we do have a few more questions, but I don't think they should take as long as the previous one.
No, the next question could be finished rather quickly. One more thing. I was interested, is there gonna be a VOD for this? Yes, I'm gonna upload it onto my YouTube channel. I think there's still the old link on my Twitch, so I'm quickly gonna send you my current YouTube channel in the chat. So yeah, I'm gonna upload the VOD on there later on. So for question number, I think this is question 7. No, question 8.
7.
No, wait. It's question 7. Sorry. What are some of your recommendations in regards to games, manga, and anime, which include hypnosis, brainwashing, and corruption? You've already talked about a couple of them. Do you have maybe 1 or 2 suggestions more?
Oh, well, we already talked about the games. For the manga though, you're familiar with the king of corruption, Sato Kuki, but I'm not sure if some people in the chat are. So
they're just 2 books sitting right on my table.
Right. So my all-time favorite hentai manga is called Archangel of Love. Damn, I'm getting the name off now.
I could reach towards my table. Wait a second, I can grab it.
No. Oh yeah, you have the thing, but I also have like the picture of like I'm just gonna look at it. Well, I guess it's quite in the English. It's called Sweet Seraph Love Mary Unholy Conception.
Yeah, exactly. I just suddenly stumbled upon this at a convention. I was like, oh, I recognize this. I'm gonna buy it right away.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the quintessential corruption manga that just kind of like made the fetish like super popular. Before that, we had something called Dino Ranger, which was like a very long form. Like there was like multiple dojins of it, multiple chapters, so to speak. The Dino Ranger was probably like the first corruption series that kind of just stuck with people. It involved essentially like evil combatant brainwashing. So like they would like turn people into like, you know, loyal soldiers of the Zofa organization. That's what they called it. And then it was also like had like the latex fetish as well. So like,
could you quickly type it into the chat, please? That sounds like it's exactly my thing. Sorry,
it's a very old thing, but like,
it's okay.
You can definitely find it on like Sad Panda or something. It's called Dino Ranger.
Thank you very much.
I can also link it to you in Discord afterward. Just so you have an easier time finding it.
That would be quite awesome.
Yeah, not a problem. But yeah, in terms of like the timeline of corruption manga, so to speak, or corruption like hentai, Dino Ranger came first a very long time ago, and then Sato Kuki kind of made it popular through the Love Mary series, and then that's just kind of what happened. I'm just trying to think of like some other things that I might be able to suggest, but those are the main ones that I can think of. Anime, like, are you specifically asking me for like hentai, or are you like asking me like in general? Like, does it have to be horny?
Why not both?
Why not both?
Yeah.
honestly, I can't actually think of anything right now that involves that. Like, I'm drawing a blank here, and maybe if I had like extra time to think about it, I could give you some suggestions for like anime. But yeah, really right now, just those are the main ones that I can just recommend to people as a starting point. Dino Ranger, Sato Kuki's Love Mary, and then Sato Kuki also made Vanishing Reality. Like, that was his most recent one, which is also like, the premise is very interesting. It's about like this magical girl VTuber who is also just like a magical girl in real life, and then like she gets corrupted, and then one of her Oshis like also becomes a magical girl, but then like it's like also like a gender bend type of thing. So then like he became a magical girl, and in order to save her Oshi magical girl, but then like he becomes corrupted as well, because like he experiences the pleasure of like being in a girl body and then like doing all the sexy girl stuff.
I must say, relatable.
Yeah, actually, it certainly takes quite a few boxes.
The only thing I can think of right now, it's only a minor part of the story, but have you played or watched Danganronpa?
I know of Danganronpa. It's just not really my kind of thing.
Okay.
I know all the memes as well, though.
Yeah,
Why do you bring it up?
Yeah, because brainwashing and corruption plays a bigger role in the kind of the second game in the third anime series.
Oh, they got an anime too, huh?
The third main part of the story is actually an anime, not a game.
I see. If you give me a minute, I'm just gonna pull up my list, and maybe I can just give you a few more like rapid fire ones.
Sure thing. Wanna maybe answer the next question on the sideline, because it's a rather short
Oh, sure.
one.
Right. I'll just like look at my list while I answer the question then.
So, to calm down a little bit, do you consider VTubing to be stressful or rather relaxing?
Well, for me, it's mostly relaxing because I don't really do anything about like chasing clout or trying to make money. Realistically, I should, but I mean, I've just been doing it for 4 years, and it's mostly been like relaxing just because like I don't have to worry about numbers. For a lot of people, when they get into like this type of thing, they always have like these grand ambitions of becoming rich and famous, and then they just get burnt out about when that doesn't happen. So like when I started, I initially made it like I had the mentality that like I didn't care about being rich or famous at all. I was just kind of doing it because I just wanted to do it. It was just kind of like a way to decompress from my regular life and all that. So maybe things will change next year if I try to like pursue being successful and for profit. But at least for the time being, it has mostly been a relaxing experience. Until like, except when chat trolls me, which then I just kind of get like, I'm the world. I get so easily rage baited. I'm the world's #1 most easily rage baited VTuber, I'm sure.
I imagine that would be rather fun to see.
Yeah, my chat is really good at rage baiting me. Like, they've gotten really good at it, and I try to do my best to like not fall for it. Like the fall for it again award is like, no, well, oh well. Oh, I found one here. I'm back to like the suggestion. The Dojin creator is called Ikameshi Shokudo. They like to do like these magical girl corruption type of series. This one is called Battle Angel Iris. Sei Senki Iris. it has like brainwashing, like mind control, corruption, a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
I think I've seen that one before. The name definitely rings a bell.
Honestly, like you might just follow a lot of the things that I follow, so it's like, well, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I could probably like compile a better list if I had like prep time, but I think we can just leave it at there for now.
That's fine, that's fine. So, onto the... Whoops. Don't wanna make a mistake here. So, onto the
9.
next question, I would say.
Yeah.
Question number 9, we are almost done. Would you like to see more VTubers who include hypnosis as one of their themes, or do you think, no, this is kind of my thing now and I don't want to share it with others?
Well, I mean, that is like a bit of a conceited way of looking at it. It's like I don't own being a hypnosis VTuber. Like, if I do the thing and then I see someone else do the thing better than me, then I guess like it would make sense for me to feel bad. It's like, well, I came up with this thing first, but I don't know. I don't really think of it like that. I think it's good overall if someone who does this is legitimately into this kind of thing. I don't think it's good if they just try to use it as a way to chase clout.
Well, like
Because there's like a lot of desperate people out there who like, we just want more hypnosis content, and then like you could just be like a shitty findom, like a findom, and like try to do it, and then you're not like really doing it, but you just kind of brand yourself as such so that you get more clout. That's what I hate the most.
And yeah, like you said, there are actually a lot of people who are interested in the topic, and I think they would be very interested to see more of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're somewhat responsible for making more people interested in trying this sort of thing themselves.
Yeah, apparently, like maybe I was just like the catalyst that made other people start doing this. Like Aura Zoro is like another VTuber. I'm sure you've like had an interview with them. Like, funnily enough, isn't it because I was sick on that day that you had a stream with Oro as well?
Yeah, that was rather sudden. You first of all, I'm glad you're feeling well again.
Yeah,
But
sorry about getting COVID and all that and ruining your schedule.
It's okay. It came right out of nowhere. I was like, "Hey, are you maybe free tomorrow? My caller partner is sick. She can't attend," and they were like, "Sure." So we quickly came up with it.
Well, I hope you had a fun time with that.
Well, you can watch the VOD if you're interested.
I watched some snippets of it. It seemed like you quite enjoyed being a good girl, as I do as well. So I get it.
Quite relaxing.
But yeah, it really is just about I support it if it's something that they're legitimately into and they understand what it entails. Then that's just like a positive. You get to represent the kink, and then you get to contribute to the community as a whole. If you're just doing it for clout, you can F right off with that. It's like, well, there's a lot of other things you can do for clout. Don't try to abuse this, because like we already have enough of a bad reputation anyway for this particular kink. I just kind of don't want to make it worse inadvertently.
Well, it won't be because of me, I promise.
Right. I know. I have a very good vibe checker. I can just tell the vibes of people just from like a basic interaction. What kink? Hypnosis. Erotic hypnosis is like what I'm talking about. Because the question is about like if I would like to see more VTubers that have like a hypnosis motif or want to be like a hypnotist. Like I know there's a few already. Secret Subject isn't like, well, I'm not sure if like she's like a VTuber, but she has a VTuber model. Like she's probably the biggest name out there. And then there's also I hope I'm not getting her name wrong. Stressa cuttlefish, the hypnotic cuttlefish, is out there as well. But a lot of people are just ASMR, and then the line between ASMR and hypnosis isn't that long, actually. So really, if you're like an ASMRist, you could probably just be a hypnotist. Like, there's a bit of a different way you go about it, but long story short, it is still just like you produce some kind of audio for someone to listen to. It's the same concept.
I'm suddenly curious about one thing. Is there already a VTuber Hypnosis couple?
Couple? You mean like purposely, like they stream together type of thing?
Yeah.
No, not that I'm aware of. There aren't really that many VTuber couples to begin with, because as we've discussed, I don't remember if it was like on, like when before the starting soon or like after, but as we discussed, idol culture kind of pervades VTubing culture, so a lot of people who watch VTubers just don't want their VTubers to like be in a relationship. But if you're gonna be if you're gonna be the kinky VTuber anyway, then it kind of feels like you're not gonna try to cater to that puritanical idol culture community anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Because my wife also wants to make hypnosis a part of her redesign, and so I thought maybe we can just sort of combine it.
If you want to embrace it, then like by all means. Like, I would not consider you competition, because again, I'm not like a shallow person that goes like, this is my thing, I want to be the only person that does this thing. That's silly and stupid. I'm an adult, and I realize that I don't own any idea. Every idea is just a copy of another idea anyway, so you're not original. It doesn't matter. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, well, do what makes you happy. That's the important thing. If you want to be a horny hypnotist VTuber, by all means, you'd probably be a better one than me. It's like, I'm mostly a sub. So really, my goal is to just get hypnotized enough until I can replicate it toward other people.
Good thing I'm a Switch.
Really should be a Switch, but I don't know. Being subby just makes more sense to me. Which is why, like, Dom Keiki needs to be, like, the corrupted model, and then I can technically be a Switch, because whenever I switch... Wink, wink. Whenever I switch my model, then I'll have a different personality! It's me! I like puns. My literal name is Keiki. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys, like, what my name means, like, if you don't know Japanese. Amai Keiki. Amai is the adjective for sweet. So... like, my little name can be, like, read as, like, Sweet Keiki. For anyone who understands Japanese, that's the pun. Damn.
And now
I need to get better material. Where's my applause? I'm just getting silence. Oh, where's my ha-has in the chat?
Wait a second.
Oh, so sad.
You get one. Here you go. Wait a second. No! I didn't want to activate that. Stop!
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. But yeah, long story short, if there were more Hypnosis VTubers, that's good. It's good because it means that our fetish or our kink is becoming more acceptable mainstream. What's not good is that, like, I feel like a lot of the reason why there aren't that many is because the platforms of streaming and being able to upload content, most of them just ban hypnosis content. That's why. That's kind of the reason why I think it's not that popular to be like a hypnosis VTuber, is because, like, being able to be on a platform that allows you to do that thing without getting banned, there aren't that many of them. I recently learned that RPlay lets me do that, so I will probably stream on RPlay next year if I wanted to, like, do a horny stream.
Actually, that's also gonna be my plan.
Okay, I think I'm gonna, like, beat your record for the longest interview. Sorry.
No, not yet. That would be 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm not gonna last another 30 minutes probably then, so I'll be your second longest interview.
That would be fun. It was fun to have you.
It's fun to be here as well. I'd love to yap more about this kind of stuff in the future.
Maybe even in a more unhinged way.
Of course, of course. But I do have a lot of fun ideas I could do post Horny rebrand.
So I guess that brings us to our final question. What plans do you have for the future in terms of VTubing, and what are your goals?
I don't have anything fully planned out. I'm more of the type of person that just... It's like, you know the saying, do tomorrow. It's like, well, if my homework is like not due yet, I'm not gonna do it until tomorrow. So I just don't plan that far ahead. In terms of like what I'd like to do without like planning much is that I just want to be like my authentic self. Because in the past, it was more like I'm this say-so VTuber, and then I also have this like cam girl thing I do on the side. And now if I just combine them, it's like I don't need to separate my online personalities. I can just be one person and just devote all my energy and effort into doing this one thing. I guess the downside is I no longer show off my tits on like camera, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I'll just have some nice VTuber tits to show off instead.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna send you a couple of previews after the stream is done.
Of course, I do like enjoying. I do enjoy like seeing those. My goals, though, this is a bit more open-ended. I think my main goal is to just like spread the love of like this particular kink, and to just like make it be more accepted. And because like a lot of people just don't talk about it publicly for good reason, because of the public perception of what erotic hypnosis is, and because of like what I mentioned before. Nice pudding on your head. Yeah, because people's main experience with what hypnosis is being that like the fictional hypnosis where they force you to do this thing in like this movie or cartoon or whatever story. Hypnosis is like just used as this medium to make a character do something they don't want to do. And then that translates into like real life. So then they think, oh, you ask someone what's your kink, and then you tell them, oh, I like hypnosis. And then what's their first thought if their only experience was that they only see it in like these cartoons or TV shows or movies where like it's like a non-consensual thing? Then they'll think like you're kind of like creepy, and it's just a bit unfortunate because that's just like our public perception of it. So I don't know, having like a hypnosis VTubers kind of just make it be more acceptable to like just be open about this particular kink. I think that would be nice.
And that's something I want to try to help with. That's the motto of the Med Cafe. We try to be open about all sorts of kinks. And we do no kink shaming. The worst thing you could say is, I'm not into it.
Right, exactly. That's like a good way to go about life as well, which a lot of people just are unable to do for some reason. It's like, well, I'm not into this thing, or I don't understand this thing, but like, why do you care that I do this thing? Right? It's like, I don't care. Like, you don't have to care, or like, you don't have to understand that I'm transgender, but like, why do you have to like project your own view of it? Just let me be me. I just want to be happy. My life motto is pretty much that if you're gonna do something and it doesn't affect anyone else's happiness, why should it matter what I do?
And that's exactly what I also think.
And you can't like have this like BS argument about like, well, how dare you trans yourself? because I don't like it. It's like that meme where it's like, I consent, I consent. Isn't there someone you're forgetting to ask? Why do I care about what you think? You're not me. I'm not affecting you in any way.
I didn't know that
It's the
some
same
of your
thing
business,
for hypnosis.
bitch.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with like kink. It's like, well, I don't understand the appeal of being a furry, but I'm never gonna tell someone like why they shouldn't be one. Like, go do you. Like,
Like,
we
if
have this like collective psychosis about like social media destroying our brains, and like I hate it so much.
If it makes you happy and it doesn't disturb anyone, what's the problem?
Right. Honestly, Ice Empress does bring up a good point about why the platforms themselves ban this hypnosis content, is because they don't want to deal with the credit card companies and their bull. It's like they don't understand what it is. They think that hypnosis is this non-consent type of thing, so they don't want like to deal with like the credit card companies going like, we're gonna support this platform that like uploads content that shows non-consent, even though like if you actually understand what erotic hypnosis is, it's not non-consent. I hate it so much.
And I think that's a whole topic for a different video.
Pretty much, like it is like its own personal rant. But long story short, it's nice to just be able to represent, like, not only being transgender. Like, there are gonna be people that like just come after me for that, and honestly, like, I think I just have to accept that. It's perfectly fine for me, because like I'd rather them come after me than having them go after someone else who's like not as hardened as I am. Like, I've been through a lot of shit, so you know what? If you're spending all your time trying to like bother me, it means you're not bothering someone else. And I know it is like it's playing into that part where I put others before myself again, but I think it's for a noble cause.
I just post cute trans memes and people wish me death.
Yeah, it really sucks. Surprisingly, I haven't had that many bad interactions on Shitter. Maybe it's just because I don't like often post about the fact that I'm transgender. Although, like, whenever I do, I probably do lose quite a few followers. So it's like, well, whatever.
Okay.
Their loss.
This one usually helps me to gain follows, actually. And whenever I post a trans meme that goes a bit viral, I do a quick repost and say, hey, there's also a free blog list. Check that out if you want to block some human scum.
Yeah, it is really like a free block list.
And they always get so pissed. It's actually funny at that point. They have really run out of arguments. Not that they ever had any.
Like, I'm optimistic that in our lifetime, it will get better for us. But realistically speaking, it will get worse before it gets better. And that's just what we have to prepare for.
And I always try my best to help like-minded people. And there goes the people pleaser again.
But it's fine, because like, it might not seem like it, but there are more nice people in the world than evil people. It's just that like the evil ones are more vocal. It is the vocal minority. So it's very important to have these like communities where like us, like trans people and like just other marginalized groups can just feel at home. So that's what my like community is, and I appreciate your community as well for being that kind of place for them.
Just make sure you don't corrupt the good people too much.
My form of corruption is actually like, it's not really evil again, because like I mentioned it earlier, that even like the brainwashing never finishes in terms of the Keiki lore. She escapes before it finishes, but then like the alternate personality gets implanted inside her brain, and then like her outfit gets modified and her magical powers get modified as well. So then it's just gonna be like a constant back and forth of like good Keiki and like evil Keiki tempting her to like be horny. That's kind of like the whole shtick I'm going for.
And it's really similar to mine. Just in my case, there's some sort of, let's say, horny level that has to be decreased every evening.
This person is saying evil people are louder than good people. I'm evil too, by the way. Are you saying you're evil because you're loud?
Nah, he's a good one. Toby could never be evil. But he
Or
sure
maybe they
is,
just,
he sure is some kinky guy, I must say.
Well, being kinky doesn't mean you're evil.
No,
no,
he's a good
absolutely
one.
not.
I've just met him. He's a good one.
I'm sure all, your chat is all good, just based on the vibes I'm getting here.
Oh, I can confirm.
Does that mean if we shout loud enough, it becomes evil? That was the takeaway I was getting as well. Is that like, I guess if you yell and like loud enough, you're now evil, and if you don't speak loudly, you're a good person, which is ridiculous, but sure, why not?
Nah, people who scream, they just know they're screaming dumb shit, and they think because they scream, they are in the right.
Absolutely. Well, that should cover like all the 10 questions, but did you want to let the chat just ask me a few things before I go?
We are actually kinda late, but I would say let's ask for 2 or 3 viewer questions. If you still have some
I'm sorry
time.
to keep you up.
No, it's
I'm sorry
fine.
to keep you up because like it's late for you. Like I need to go to work after this, but I still have time, so it's not that much of a rush for me.
It's really fun talking with you.
Oh yeah, I try to do my best to be entertaining. Entertainment, for anyone who plays Nikkei, they know what I'm talking about.
And no, Nix, you are definitely not evil. What is your opinion regarding pineapple on lasagna? Asks Tikosh.
Isn't the question normally pineapple on pizza?
That's what I usually ask.
I've never tried it. It's a similar concept to pineapple on pizza, so honestly, I think I would actually like it. Because I like pineapple pizza. Maybe it's just because I'm Canadian, and if you didn't know, like Canada invented like what we call Hawaiian pizza, even though it's not. Like, I know it's called Hawaiian pizza. You would think it's like from Hawaii or something, but no. It's invented in Canada. There's your fun fact of the day.
So we're just gonna
So I
call
really
it
like it.
Canadian pizza from now on.
If only it was that simple, because like we also have what we call like a Canadian pizza, which is just like a bunch of meats and stuff and veggies. Like if you go to a pizza place in Canada and you ask them for a Canadian, that's what you would get.
Sadok has an interesting question. What would you say is a good way to get into hypno and have it work when the brain has a lot of ADHD?
That's a bit of a difficult one. I don't have ADHD, so I can't really like empathize too well. I think you just have to find something that works for you. Maybe it be like an audio file for like some particular kink you might be into. Because like what I like to call hypnosis is that it's usually just like the MSG of kinks. Like MSG, like the cooking, like the cooking ingredient. You know what MSG is?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's like magic. It tastes good powder, pretty much in cooking. It's monosodium glutamate, but yeah, the joke is that the abbreviation stands for make shit good. But yeah, if you can find something that you're into and find a hypnosis file associated with that, that can probably help you. So for example, it's like, I like maids. So I'm going to look for a hypnosis file that's about being a maid or putting your brain in maid space. Then kind of you can associate the hypnosis with your existing kink. And then it's like you're already into this thing. So then you can kind of, it helps you get in the mood. Because if you're like listening to a hypnosis file and you're not like too into it, like, then you're not going to be into it, right? But if it's something you're already into, you're like, I really like maids. it's my maid kink, and I listen to this maid hypnosis, then you can kind of associate the maid kink with the hypnosis. So I guess that would be my like advice. But maid is just like an example kink. Whatever you're into, there's probably a hypnosis file about it. And then you can kind of just branch out afterward if that kind of like that works for you. And then the most important thing is just like repetition. You're even if you don't get like a result the first time, hypnosis is just about like doing it over and over again. I've done it so much to the point where if I put on my headphones and I hit the play and I hear the binaural beat, I'm already in good girl mode. It's like I've done it so much that I've conditioned myself to just like, wow, it's like a completely different mind space when I just like do that.
And I think that concludes everything for today. Or did we miss a question?
Do you know what Fantasia is? Or is that like
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So let me just answer this one real quick then. So Fantasia is the inability to voluntarily create mental images in your mind's eye. Okay, so then I guess the concern is that how can you get into hypnosis if you're not able to just kind of visualize things well? That's also kind of difficult. You don't necessarily need to like rely on audio-only hypnosis in that case. There's like a lot of like hypnosis where it has like an associated video as well, so maybe that can help. Like if you go to a HypnoTube, which is like kind of like a platform where people upload hypnosis videos, then you can listen to the audio and also watch the video component of that hypnosis, and then that kind of like helps circumvent your aphantasia, because then you don't have to imagine anything. You just kind of listen to someone else, or like you kind of like are able to see on the screen, and then you just kind of can focus on the audio, because then the screen is just kind of showing you hopefully something that is related to it.
Final question from T-Koch. What's your favorite Yoshi color?
I mean, my favorite color is pink, so I guess I just have to pick pink.
I assume so.
But isn't a pink Yoshi just a Birdo? Or
No.
maybe I'm not like I'm not familiar with my lore.
There are pink Yoshis.
I guess there are. Also, isn't Birdo like canonically trans?
I think Nintendo isn't sure these days. Sometimes
Right.
yes,
I mean,
sometimes
Nintendo's
no.
never gonna confirm that type of thing, but like, I mean, it's kind of like implied.
Also, Bird and Yoshi sometimes have some sort of romance together. Sometimes.
But Yoshis lay eggs, so like, wait, are all Yoshis female then?
No, there is a official Yoshi's Island comic where Yoshi is surprised by laying an egg and he says, "Oh, I thought only female Yoshis can lay eggs." Oh, that's kind of embarrassing.
I'm learning a lot today. You should tell me more about the Mario lore another time.
There's also a official Yoshi comic that was an anti-racist story.
That was a what?
It was a story against racism.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of a running gag how I've told this story a lot on the VTuber Coffee Talk.
Oh, like, is this like you always ask about the favorite Yoshi color at the end or something?
I have a dear viewer. She isn't with us today, but she usually asks, "What is your favorite Yoshi color?" It's sort of become a running gag. And then I usually go, "Hey, do you know there's a Yoshi comic that's anti-racist?"
Oh, so they're the one that brings it up, and then you
Yeah.
just kind of like, just like continuing it. But
Because-
they're not here, so that's why you're bringing it up.
Because I thought at first, hey, that's a nice fun fact. I don't think many people know that. And then it became a running gag within the running gag.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're 2 minutes
Right,
away
well-
from setting the new Coffee Talk record.
You just want to keep me on for 2 minutes?
That's up to you.
Favorite Kirby color? I think I just have to go with original Kirby because it's already pink. Like,
Heck yeah.
I'm into bimbofication, so like pink is just kind of my color. I have a question. Do you want to be a Hypnosis Fox maid as well? I'm not really into being a fox, but I love being a maid. And one of my biggest kinks is just being like a brainwashed maid. It turns me on so much.
High five. I can't. I'm tied up. Damn it.
I can help you with that, sweetie.
That would actually be very nice.
I like the idea of latex. It's just that I can't get into it in real life because it's too much maintenance. It's too much effort. It's like the idea appeals to me, but like I don't want to like spend 2 hours every time I want to wear this thing to like clean it and stuff.
I mean, I get it. It's really bothersome, but it's also so nice. I don't know if you've...
I never actually tried it before is the thing, though.
I don't know, have you seen these sort of clips I've uploaded on my Not Safe for Work channel?
I don't think I've seen your Not Safe for Work channel.
In that case, maybe I have to send you a sample if you're interested.
Sure, of course. Of course. I do like sampling delicacies. Wink, wink.
Okay, so stay with me a couple of minutes after we're done streaming.
Of course.
Okay, and
you've worn it there, right? You've worn it?
Yeah, me and my wife.
You do frequently wear it then?
Occasionally. I would say once every 1 or 2 weeks.
And then how long does it actually take for you to like, clean the thing?
Cleaning isn't really that complicated. Putting it on and off is more of a hassle.
From what I've read, you have to like powder yourself or something, right?
You can use a powder, or there's a specific spray you could also use. We usually use the spray.
But I figure like if you wear it and then you take it off, then it just kind of like gets really dirty. No?
It is, but it's actually not that difficult to clean.
Interesting. I'm reconsidering my options now.
Oh, please do so.
Maybe in the future I'll look into it.
Would be interesting to see.
All right, I'm the new record holder.
You are the new record holder. You get an awesome tiramisu for your efforts.
And I will give you 1 second.
Yeah.
I will give you my Twitch Prime for the month.
Thank you very much. Could you?
Well, if one more person subs to you, you meet your goal. Although I can't be a second person for you. I'm trying to call to action for your chat. Subscribe to Nagi!
But, yeah. I mean, maybe you could untie me that way. Who knows? The internet works in mysterious ways.
Well, I have the perfect thing to help you untie. 1 second here.
Now I'm curious. Yeah?
I mean, it's a little dirty, but I'm pretty sure I could cut off it pretty well.
There it is. I'm gonna clean it later. Don't worry about it.
Some people like the jam on them.
Also, Toby, thank you so much. We
did it! We got the goal!
It's a small Q-type train. Choo-choo!
So you just have like a bit thing where they can like toggle your tied up version? Is that how that works?
Not yet. I usually do it myself.
Oh, so like... Oh, I thought like there was like some kind of integration. Because I see sometimes like you have like head pats and a pudding on your head, and I thought that was all like automated and stuff.
No.
You do that manually?
I just do the Shibari toggle manually.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Like this one. You know, I'm also gonna just become red like yourself.
The three best words? Oh, you have a red version. That's nice.
Nick, stop talking about the 3 best words. Don't do it again, okay? Please.
Huh? What's going on?
Nothing!
What? I mean, my 2 best words are good girls, so like, you know, you got no shame.
Yeah, those are also quite awesome. But yeah, what would your final words to our audience be?
Oh, okay, I'll do an outro thingy then, in case people who came later. My name's Keiki Amai. I'm a magical girl VTuber. Next year, I'm gonna get a new model, and I'm really into hypnosis. So, yeah, say so magical girl gets brainwashed into becoming a hypnotized, corrupted slut. That's my thing moving forward. Despite that, my Twitch streams are actually very wholesome. You can follow me there. It's twitch.tv/Keiki Amai.
You're also linked in the video title right now, so people can just click on there.
Thank you very much.
Do it. I know you want to do it. If you don't do it, I will punish you.
Oh, I think like the main problem is that I stream probably like in the opposite time where your viewers watch you. So it's unlikely, unless someone never sleeps, that they would see my stream when they're a regular watcher of your stream. Because then I don't think the time zone like aligns up.
Oh, it's cool. I have a mix between German and English-speaking viewers.
Oh yeah, I'm in Pacific time, so I typically stream in the evening time. So if that is compatible. Oh, I also have my I follower alert thing where I eat a cupcake every time someone follows me. So that's what's happening right now.
Tasty.
It is tasty, and if you like look very closely, the frosting is like the LGBT like colors. But yeah, thank you for having me on. It was really fun. We should definitely do this again sometime next year when we're fully kinked out.
If you're in the mood.
Oh, I will certainly be in some kind of mood once I fully unlock my potential, if you catch my drift.
Same goes for me, actually.
And yeah, was I supposed to send you something in Discord? I kind of forgot.
I don't think so.
I thought I mentioned that I was gonna send you something in Discord so you'd have an easier. Oh, Dino Ranger. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna send you Dino Ranger.
Okay. So we are gonna. Yeah.
Were you gonna play my outro thingy, or did you just want to end it?
You could send it over if you want.
Oh, I already sent it.
Oh. Wait, in that case, I sadly have to turn you off for a bit.
That's okay. I turn myself off all the time.
That reminds me, I still need to get one of those videos for myself.
It is not cheap. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I guess since my model is taking a couple months more now, maybe I can make it happen somehow. But yeah, we can quickly watch your. It's your channel intro video, isn't it?
Ah, but I also play it as an outro as well.
Ah!
You have a raid first. You might want to address that.
Yara, hey there! Don't be surprised we're doing a VTuber Coffee Talk. I quickly had to there she is. Keiki is my dear guest today. We had a nice interview stream. Thank you for
It's
having
the
me.
end of the stream.
It's the
It
end of...
always happens when someone raids and then like you're about to end.
That's how it usually goes. So yeah,
Why do
today...
I always catch the end of the stream?
That's just how it goes. But yeah, it's an English stream today. Still, thank you for joining. It's an honor. I am your maid Naginova. And I hope you
And
enjoy...
I'm also a maid.
Double the maid, double the
I know.
fun. So wait. Quick window capture. There it is. So I think I forgot to turn on the sound.
Oh, but it also has my theme song.
Now there's sound, but it's probably too loud. There we go. So, how much did you spend on it?
If I'm remembering correctly, this was probably around like $2,000.
Oh my!
Well, actually, that was just probably the video part. My theme song itself also. I'll mention it after this because like it's too loud, I guess.
I guess. And next year, you're just gonna be a completely different person.
I mean, that's true. Like, very interesting to see how this wholesome VTuber became like an unhinged slut, I guess. But to answer the question from earlier, because I guess the audio was too loud, the video part itself, like hiring someone to make the video part itself was probably about $2,000. But then like my song, it's like my theme song was also commissioned by someone else who is now like quite a famous VTuber composer. You might have heard of her. She's also trans, Starlight Daryl. She's the one that made my theme song like 5 years ago or something. And I really like it. It's just a great song. So everything about me is very expensive. I'm a very expensive girl. Living in a material world.
I didn't notice. I guess I need to sell more of myself.
But that's the important thing. The takeaway is that you can spend all this money. That doesn't mean you're gonna be successful. So like, don't do it. Or like, I mean, if you do it, then like.
But it's fun to have those things.
Oh, I mean, I get it. It's like it's more so that like, don't expect if you spend a lot of money that you're gonna be super successful. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to get at. There's like VTubers who use like a default customizable model, and they're a lot more popular than me. The game isn't fair. You can't pay your way to success. Most of it is just kind of luck, unless you have like connections.
But stuff like that is really fun.
Yeah. Like if you just care about the fun aspect first, then go for it. If your mentality is, I'm gonna make money and be famous, you're gonna be disappointed.
So, I guess now we are done?
Yeah, we are done. Thank you once again for having me. Hello to the new people that just came in recently. You're gonna upload the VOD onto your YouTube channel. So if you are interested in hearing me yap about being like hypnosis and all that. Like, if that's your thing, then go watch the VOD. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining interview for you.
Oh, for sure. If you want to see more of me, I'm streaming every Wednesday in German, and I'll do English streams every Sunday. So keep that in mind. Next Sunday is also be something really fun. I guess I could say what we're doing. We're doing we're gonna teach our Zoro some German through Pokemon Fire Red.
So you're playing Pokemon Fire Red in German.
They have to play Pokemon Fire Red in German, and I support translation if necessary, and help them learn some German along the way.
It's okay. I already mentioned it to Nagi that like the YouTube link in her Twitch is like dead, so I'm sure she's gonna update it soon.
Yeah, if not, chat, please remind me. I'm sometimes a very stressed and forgetful maid.
Honestly, when I came on here, I was like worried I wouldn't be able to fill even an hour, but it kind of worked itself out.
I don't think anyone is going to be able to break that record in a long time.
Yeah, they can't yap as much as I can about like being horny.
I just hope it was fun for you.
Oh, absolutely. Like I always love talking about this kind of stuff because it's just like teaching people about it, and also like if you're into this, it's always good to like see someone else who's also into this. It's like this kink it's a sorority type of thing. It's like, wow, she's into what I'm into. She just like me for real type of thing.
So that was the streaming Mad Cafe for the day. It was very fun to have you over here. If you want, let's do something again in the future.
Absolutely. Although I'll probably be busy for the rest of the year. But next year, very fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, and I found someone we can rate. She's one of my favorite kinky German VTubers. Please send her some greetings. She deserves all the support. We're gonna raid over to Akaria, starting right now. And I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and an awesome start into the new week. Anything you want to add?
Subscribe to Nagi!
Meow.
Bring lots of catnip.
I would appreciate. Anyway, goodbye.
Bye.